Hiya folks, it's the Laughing Order here and I'm coming to you from this location. I'm in Cardiff, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just going to pop down to, I think it's called Alexandra House Job Centre. And as I say, I'm in Wales for a few days, sort of jumping about a few different locations. I've been to Bridgend, I've been to another place, I can't even remember the name of it. But yeah, I'm going to get down to this job centre and see how they stack up. I've had two job centres, they've not done very well at all. This is about the last one of the day. But yeah, in the meantime guys, if you enjoy this video, please like it, feel free to share it, and don't forget to pop down, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok. I would really appreciate it, and we'll certainly see if we're going to laughs out of whoever we come across today guys. But yeah, I'll do my usual, I'll pick it back up when I get in there. For those, because it's been a while since I've done sort of job centre audits, I normally have to sort of drop the camera to get in, because if you see me coming with a big gimbal and camera, phone running, then they tend to lock me out of these places. So we'll get down there, we'll see what's what, and I'll speak to you in a minute. So here we are folks, we're in this job centre now, Alexandra House.
Hello.
Hello.
So put off the video. You can't rec.
Pardon?
You can't rec inside.
What?
You can't rec inside.
Yes I can.
No.
100% I can.
No. You can't.
100% I can.
No, you can't.
Yes I can.
Why?
Because it's what I do.
No, you can't.
Yes I can, of course I can.
You can rec inside.
Yes mate. What?
You don't know the registration.
Yes I am.
No, you're not allowed.
100%. 100% I am.
You're not allowed.
I am allowed. I've just come from Bridgend Job Centre and I had a whole palaver there.
I'll call the management.
Call the manager. Yeah, do that. But I can assure you I am. Anyway, let's see what job and employment opportunities I've got on the board. Well, this one's got a lot.
Excuse me.
Hello.
You're not allowed just to hold, right?
Yes, I am, my friend. Of course I am.
No, you don't have a right to record.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't have a right.
Of course I do.
You see the premises, you can't just
Yeah,
record inside the
that
premises.
sign's unlawful.
Huh?
Sign's unlawful.
No, you can't record inside.
Of course I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Use a recording.
No, you can't.
Registration inside. No photo, no video.
No, you can't.
Right, let me ask you a question.
You see? You
Let
see
me.
that sign?
Can I ask you a question?
You see that sign?
Can I ask you a question? How do people scan the QR codes if you're not allowed cameras?
You're allowed to
No, no,
scan,
no.
but you're not allowed to film.
Yes, I am. Of course I
No,
am.
no, you can't. It's been.
This is a public place. The sign's the sign's unlawful, my friend.
No way.
The sign's unlawful. I come in peace anyway. I'm just here to see what local employment training opportunities are available at this job centre, and I'll film that in the public area, the wooded floor area, and then I'll be on my merry way. It's as simple as that. I've got the memo from DWP.
You can have had the memo.
I do. I've got it in my pocket. I've got your training as well.
See the sign?
I've got the G4S
filming
training.
inside
Yeah, but
these
the
premises.
sign's unlawful, my friend. Breaches my human rights.
No.
It does. Of course it does. From Bridgend Job Centre. I've just been there. They'll tell you.
Yeah, and
And the police came out and the police said to them, he's allowed to film. It's a public
outside.
place. No, inside. I was inside.
No, you're not allowed to film
I've
inside. You're
I've
allowed
got
to
the
film-
video, bro.
The what?
I've got the video to prove it.
I don't care what video.
Oh, there you go. That's what I'm saying. From Bridgend.
You're not allowed to film.
I am allowed to film in here.
You're not allowed to
100%.
film.
Yes, I am. Don't touch me. Do not
touching
touch
you,
me.
I'm not touching
Stay
you.
back from me. This one's running as well.
That's alright.
Right? But do not touch me. I'm stepping back. I'm warning you. Okay? You do not have any grounds to touch me whatsoever. I know what your training is, so behave yourself.
Could you leave the
Don't step towards me like that, pal. I'm being very nice. If you don't want me to go the other way, I'll go the other way. Okay? But I'm willing to have a civil conversation. We want to have a civil conversation. We have a civil conversation.
Right.
But do not step forward to me like that. Okay? Don't act aggressive.
I'm not acting aggressive.
You did act aggressive. You stepped towards me and put your hand out. I take that as a threat. Okay? I'm being perfectly polite. I'm being perfectly civil. Right? But you want to take things further, that's up to you. But I guarantee you'll regret it. Do you understand?
No.
Yeah, you will. 100% you will.
Make it threat, mate. Don't
It's not a threat, it's a promise, my friend. What threat did I make? What threat did I make?
You regret it.
How did, yeah, you will regret it. I'll make him famous. 100%.
Well, it doesn't make any difference.
It does make massive difference.
You need to leave me.
No.
Or call
It's
the
a,
police.
call the police. You're going to get educated today, gentlemen.
Yeah, but you're supposed to leave the building
No, it's a public.
you can film outside.
It's a public place.
It's not a public
It is a
place.
public place.
by invitation only.
No, it's not. I just walked in.
Yes, but the door was open, that's why you...
Yeah, so I have a right to come in here. It's a public service. I'm here to see the public service. I'm here to see what our taxes are spent on. What's the issue? Where all the secrecy?
There's no secrecy.
So why wouldn't you want someone to film? Why wouldn't you want to be accountable?
There's no secrecy.
Why wouldn't you want to be accountable? You get paid for by the taxpayer. So there's a reasonable expectation the taxpayer would come and put you under scrutiny.
Paid by G4S.
You pay by G4S. Who pays G4S? The taxpayer under contract. So you are funded by the taxpayer, 100%. I thought you were getting a manager. You're recording me, so I'll record you.
I'm allowed to record you.
And I'm allowed to record you.
Trespassing.
I'm not trespassing.
You are,
It's
you
a
are.
public place, my
We're
friend.
asking you to leave, and now you're
I'm politely declining.
Well, we're asking you.
I'm glad you've sort of chilled out a little bit because I'm open to a conversation, but I don't take aggression, my friend. I'm not being aggressive to you.
No, I'm
Okay?
stopping you from filming, that's all I'm...
You're not stopping me from filming at all. The camera's been rolling all this time, so you've not stopped me in the slightest. See, if you left me alone, I'd have filmed the public information and I'd have been gone. It'd be 5 minutes.
I've seen you on
You've seen my videos, so you know that that's what I do.
No, you come to intimidate.
Not at all. If you guys approached me, my friend,
That's our job.
you're 4 security guards,
That's our
right?
job.
And that's fine, but you
That's our
don't
job.
you don't get to trample all over my rights, my friend.
You
Like,
don't get to trample over other people's rights.
what rights am I trampling over?
You're filming us.
And you're
Yeah.
you're publicly funded. Like, you're in a public-facing job.
Get a job yourself.
This is my job. I get paid quite handsomely from it, my friend. You want to get personal, fine. Get personal, but it just demeans your whole point of view. That's what it does. When you start trading personal insults, considering I've not insulted you in any shape or form by verbally. They make you feel like a big man. Saying, get a job to someone in a job centre.
Yeah,
You-
get a job.
You're supposed to help people get jobs.
Well, we'll try and get you a job, won't we?
Well, this is my job, my friend. You'll find out. You've seen my videos. What's my channel name?
Pardon?
What's my channel name if you've seen my videos?
Okay, what your channel
So you don't know what you're talking about.
PWP don't give the right to filming
I don't care at this point. No, I don't care. You know you're currently committing a criminal offence?
No.
You are. Where's your SIA licence? Yeah, it's not on public display.
Yes, it is.
I've got it on video, my friend. You can't see it. Don't lie. It's on film. You make yourself look really stupid in a minute. It's a criminal offence, you know that? 6 months in prison, unlimited fines.
Looking stupid, mate. Like,
I'm
you're
not looking
mug.
stupid. You call me a mug now. You like abusing members of the public while taking their tax money. You're just a little man with a fragile ego, I think. Little man syndrome, I think that's what it is. Just a little boy. Maybe that's what it is.
Especially people, but he's hiding his face.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's my face. It's my face, so I can do whatever I want with it. What about Islamic women with hijabs on and niqab on?
No,
Do you say that to them?
racist, innit?
Do you say that to them? How am I being racist? It's an observation. What have I said that's racist?
Oh, women with hijabs.
Yeah, so they've got their face
Why are you
covered.
bringing other people
They've
in?
got their face
Why are you
covered.
bringing another
I'm a
person
racist, am I? What does that mean? What does it mean to be a racist? Tell me. What does it mean to be a racist? What does that say about my mixed race children that I've got? Mixed race children, what does that say about them? And you're calling me a racist? You should be ashamed of yourself playing that race card. You're an absolute disgrace, and it completely undermines people that genuinely face racism in this country, which is absolutely appalling. Don't ever call me a racist. You don't know me. Alright? You're just a little man with a fragile ego, so I suggest you wind your neck and shut up.
Excuse me.
Yes. You just called me a racist.
Excuse me.
How dare he?
Excuse me.
Mixed race kids, mate. So shut your mouth.
That's
Hello. He called me a racist for making an observation. Well, it's on video, so he's going to make himself look very stupid. Absolute moron.
Excuse me.
Yes, my love, I apologise. I've not got an issue with you.
Thank you. You are not allowed to film on the premises
Okay.
without prior consent.
That's
if
not
you
true.
want to make a written request, that's fine,
Okay.
and we will consider it. But I will now ask you to leave.
That's not true what you've said, is it?
Sorry.
It's not true what you've just said there, is it?
Okay.
Because I've got the DWP memo in my pocket
Okay.
that says within the public areas of a job centre, there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Well,
You're-
there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
No, there isn't. I've asked you politely.
I appreciate
to
that,
leave,
thank you.
And I've explained to you that if you want to film in the job centre
Yeah.
and put a written request in, we'll consider it. So I'm asking you to leave. So You know, I've been respectful.
Yeah,
to
no, you have. No,
so
I've not got an issue with
if
you.
don't mind leaving.
So I appreciate you being very, very civil and very polite. I'm going to politely decline, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I am here to look at all this public literature that you've got on the walls, so that I can highlight what training and employment opportunities are available in the local area and share that with my viewers.
There's QR codes.
Exactly,
if you wanna,
yeah.
Use your camera for the QR code.
Yeah, so I'm just going to
That's
film it,
absolutely-
make a little
I
video.
prefer that you didn't.
Yeah, I
and I've
appreciate
asked
that.
You. Now, if you're going to film, please, can you decease? And if you're going to continue, then we will ask you to leave. The gentlemen who are here will ask you to leave.
You can ask me, yeah, by all means, but I can politely decline.
Okay,
And
then
what I would
we
s-
will
what-
carry on with our protocol, okay?
Yeah, of course, do what you need to do. As I say, I'm not here, despite what some may think, I'm not here for any confrontation. I do come in peace. It was one
I'm
of the
not
first.
being
It was.
confrontational,
You've
yeah.
not at all. But it was one of the first things I said to your colleagues, despite the gentleman handing out unfounded insults and libellous statements that potentially could find himself in a spot of bother by accusing someone of being racist for making a general observation. So despite me being verbally abused by your security officials, I still come in peace. I'm not here for any of your service users, I'm just here for the literature, and if I'm left to it, I'll be out your way very, very shortly.
Do you want to have a, as I said, there are QR codes, so
Yeah.
you can take a picture of your QR
I appreciate
code.
that.
You don't need to film.
So the reason is because a lot of my viewers are housebound, a lot of my viewers are disabled and aren't able to get out of the house, so they rely on the information that I publish so that they can access it and see.
You know, that is fine, but we do have methods for dealing and supporting
Yeah.
people
I'm
who
aware of that.
cannot access our system,
Yeah.
maybe by coming into the job centre.
Yeah.
And we have organisations that support in the community as well.
I'm aware of that, but I'm just simply another form of that. So another form of being able to help people that access information that they might not be party to, and that's all I'm doing. Think of it as a public service.
Again, though, you cannot film in the job centre, and that's the bottom line.
So-
if it's a public service and you write into us with a request saying what you just told me, then we will consider you coming into the job centre
Yeah.
and filming.
So-
if it's a public service, then we will consider it. But again, at the moment, I'm asking you either to stop filming and have a little look around, take photos of the QR code, not a problem. Otherwise, I'm asking you to leave.
I appreciate that. I'm going to politely decline. Now, it is a public place, it is a public service. There is a reasonable expectation. You guys are all publicly funded by the taxpayer. There's a reasonable expectation that you should be put under some form of scrutiny. So there is freedom of the press in this country. We also have the freedom of expression. I have the right, my human right, to receive and impart information as I see fit. And that's essentially what I'm doing. So
It is a public,
it's a public place.
it is, well, it's a private building, but
so-
we were not going to argue about that.
Yeah. So
But
all job centres are the
I guess-
same. All job centres, the layout's the exact same. See the wooden floor? That designates a public place. The
Okay.
carpeted area
It
is
is-
private.
I
So
haven't got any customers here.
You
and
don't, no.
They have a right to, their human rights to come in here and feel that what we do with them is not filmed
okay.
and it's not overheard.
But you film it anyway.
But
You guys film it anyway. You've got CCTV everywhere, your security's got body worn video, so it completely undermines that argument. Now listen, if you're talking
I
about
will follow our process.
if you're
now,
talking about the service user's right to privacy, in a sense you're right. That's why I don't go into the carpeted area. That's your appointment area. But it's your obligation as providing the service to protect their privacy. It's not on me. So
Okay, but I follow my process.
I appreciate
now.
that. Thank you for being polite
Alright,
and cordial. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
And you.
Oh, lovely lady. See, easy as that. These morons, lady. They don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, let's see what's available. What's occurring? What's occurring in Cardiff, ladies and gentlemen? Get next level skills. Find your next job on social media. What about that, eh? Johnson's Linen Production Operatives Interviews. I forgot to ask her what the next stage was. What a silly man. Alleging that I'm a racist. How dare he? I get really angry when people say stuff like that. calling me a racist. Absolute moron. What a fool. What have we got here? Get into barista. So we've got some coffee shop jobs. Job Club Workshop. There we go, guys. All coming up in the next 3 weeks. And you got some support to do some coaching, some CV stuff. Can you help with CV writing? This one's all in Welsh. I think that's the same as that one. Get into admin at the Masonic Hall. Bet he's feeling really. He's went very quiet, that guy. Handing out racist remarks, racist jibes, libellous comments. It's so funny when I sue him for it. Arts and crafts. He's working in an official capacity, guys, and he's going about calling people racist for making an observation. The guy was talking about my face being covered, and I said, would he harass people that were wearing a hijab or a niqab? No, they wouldn't, because that would be abusive. Of course it would. And somehow that's me being racist. I don't see how that works. And if I am a racist, what does that mean? He's a racist, that's what he is. Stereotyping me because I'm white. This thing. Dyscalculia and strengths and challenges for people with ADHD, and then it shows you what sort of support you can give them. Can you put your camera on?
Remind us a personal message.
I can see it from public place, my friend.
No, it's a personal message.
I can film whatever I can see from public.
It's a personal
You're
message.
excused.
Don't film me.
I'm going to film you.
Don't film me. It's a personal message.
I'll film whatever I can see from
Between
public.
my wife and myself.
Are you telling your wife
to do with business.
telling your wife to put the camera on?
It's not wife. It's nothing to do with
What
business.
camera is it? You get CCTV at your house? Sorry.
Business.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with business in here.
Put your camera on, it said. I've got it on film, my friend. No need to lie.
Well, you shouldn't have been filming, should you?
Well, I did
It's
film
personal.
it. I'm in a public place.
personal.
Well, we'll take it somewhere else. You're working. Why are you doing personal text when you're working?
I'm on break.
You're not in break. You're stood there working.
I'm break.
Well, go to the break room. I appeal that you're on your break. You just got caught. That's what it is.
No, I haven't.
Relax yourself, man. Calm yourself down. Just wind that neck back in.
Don't wind my neck back.
Yeah, that's that feel.
Personal message
It's a,
off my
it's a
wife.
feeling at the top of your spine. It's your neck getting wound back in.
Yeah.
So zip it.
Yeah.
Tell your wife to put the camera off. Shouldn't be texting when you're working. You're paid for by the taxpayer, for goodness sake.
I'm a taxpayer.
No, technically you're not. You just
Yes, I am.
you just rebate the tax that you get paid from.
taxpayer.
You rebate the tax you get paid from. You get paid from tax and you just put it back in. It's not the same thing. Shouldn't be texting if it's a personal call when you're working. It's not the people.
You shouldn't have filmed it.
The public expect better. Well,
It's a personal message.
do it on your break.
A message to you.
Do it on your break, okay? The public expect better. The public.
That goes on YouTube.
It is going on YouTube.
And our message is going on, is it?
It is going
I
on.
want your name and your numbers.
You're not getting it.
I want your name.
You're not getting it. Oh no, he's going to take my picture. I'm not bothered. You take all the pictures you want, my friend.
Can I remove that mask?
No. Why would I do that? Don't be silly. Behave yourself. Again, neck needs wound back in, mate. Personal text, do it in your own time, not in the public purse.
Personal text, all right?
Do it on the.
You
Don't.
shouldn't be putting my personal stuff
Well,
on.
You shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be doing it when you're working at the taxpayer's expense. It's as simple as that. What?
I do what I like.
That's a terrible attitude. The public are going to be outraged by that attitude. Bye. See, you're walking away. Absolute joke. If you're making personal text at the taxpayer's expense, then that is an absolute disgrace. And it's exactly why I do this. That's corruption at its purest form, taken from the public purse with sheer contempt. It's an absolute disgrace. The state of the public finances are in, ladies and gentlemen. We expect better. It's as simple as that. For personal text, fine. Do it in your own time. Not on ours. We don't pay these people to stand about texting their wife to turn cameras on. The buffoonery is unreal in this place, guys. This badge still isn't on display. I think the other guy's isn't either, is it? Yeah, he's not got his on either. I would have fought these guys to the police. 6-month prison term, unlimited fine is the maximum sentence for failing to adhere to the terms of your licence, ladies and gentlemen. 6 months in prison. I don't think his job would be waiting for him when he got out. His isn't on display either. What's going on here? The place is empty as well, and there's all these security officials. G4S absolutely rinsing the taxpayer, ladies and gentlemen. It's G4S ID, but no SIA licence. Where's the manager lady? Bring it to her attention.
Are you okay? You've seen everything?
I've got a complaint. Apart from being verbally abused.
This is private.
I understand that, but you know your G4S employees.
Okay, but
So-
I have checked with our guidance.
Yeah.
And again, as I said, you're not allowed to film on our premises.
Do you know you get several employees here currently breaking the law?
Sorry?
You've got several employees here currently breaking the law.
Are they?
Yes, so yes, if you're SIA accredited, you have to adhere to the terms of your licence. And part of the terms of your licence is that you need to have your SIA licence on public display at all times, because it's a position of power. It's a security guard, so people need to know who it is they're interacting with. And it's a criminal offence not to adhere to the terms of your licence. It's punishable up to 6 months in prison and unlimited fine. And I've counted at least 3 security guards that currently don't have their SIA licences on public display. They don't have to show it to anyone, but it has to be on public display.
Okay, then I will contact the line manager. But as I
No,
said...
it's a police matter. It's a crime.
Sorry?
It's a police matter. It's a crime.
But I would have to give them or give G4S.
It was hidden under your jumper, my friend. It's on camera. Pull it out now all you want, but it was hidden under your jumper. It's not public display.
I've asked you again now. Please, can you leave the building? I haven't been rude.
You've
to you.
not, no, fair enough.
I've taken on board what you're saying, and I will address that. But I'm asking you now to leave the building.
Yeah.
You've seen our displays. You've seen our job centres. You can take a QR code by all means, but I am now asking you to leave the building, please.
I appreciate you asking, and you're asking relatively nicely, but I'm going to politely decline.
Okay, so would you leave? This is
politely-
private land out in our job centre.
It's a public
This is
place, yeah.
private land.
Most of the land in the UK and England and Wales is private, but it's still
But
a public
I have
place.
checked our policies, I've checked our guidance,
Yeah.
and I'm following the process.
But I'm not
correctly.
bound by your policies or
Well, you
guidance, my
can
love.
decline,
I am
and
gonna
then I
decline.
will follow the process.
What's that then? What's the
Well,
process?
it will be ringing the police.
Why would you ring the police? There's no crime being committed.
Because I've asked you to leave.
Yes.
I have given you an opportunity that you can write and ask
Yeah,
for
can I-
filming.
can I just stop you right there?
tell me that you're doing this for public information.
I am.
Okay, and I totally understand that, but I have to follow the guidance that
Yeah.
is laid out
So,
to me. So
can I just
don't
stop you right there?
Okay.
I've just come from Bridgend Job Centre, and I had a similar situation. The police came out, and the police essentially told them that I'm in a public place, I can film all I want. So you're going to waste police resources, they've got better things to be doing with. What I would request is, if you want to phone the police, that's your prerogative, I'm not going to stop you. Not that I could anyway, but I would request that you don't call 999 because it's not an emergency. I suggest you call 101 or whatever the non-emergency number is, because we don't want to take police away from other important
No, and I wouldn't do
activities.
that.
And
I wouldn't waste police time at
But-
all.
but if you are-
I wouldn't any emergency
And if you are going to
services.
phone the police, I am going to have to wait until they then come, just simply because, again, I don't want to waste public resources by the police then having to search the streets looking for a man of my description. So if you do phone the police, I will have to wait for them at that point.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not going to flee because I'm not doing anything wrong. Okay. But I appreciate you being
I've
nice.
asked you at least 3 or 4 times now.
You've asked me, the lady in Bridge End asked me a lot more than you did, to be fair. You know, she kept going on and on and on. But again, the answer's still the same. Respectfully and politely as I can, I'm going to decline. I will go. If you phone the police, that'll prolong it. If not, I'll go when I'm ready to go. All I will say is I'm almost done. If that's any consolation
So
to you.
how long are you going to be at it?
How long's a bit strange, but not long. You know what I mean? What time do you close at anyway? 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock the building should be shut,
But
yeah.
is it 5 o'clock you shut? Yeah, I'll check on Google just in
If you
case.
want to
But
see the times on our entry, exit times.
yeah.
there.
Are you the manager here?
I'm one of the managers.
You're very
here,
polite. You're very polite. So
Yeah. I try to be to
you're a credit to DWP. Because sometimes I do this as all over the country. Sometimes I come across some people that aren't very nice, you know. But you seem very nice, and I'm not trying to put you out any by what I'm doing here. I hope you can sort of at least sort of believe that at the very least. But yeah, I will be going very shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But, you know, I have, and I'm glad you think I've been polite.
Yeah, have you been very civil? You've not
I'm-
you're not abused me. You never called me a racist for no reason. You know,
Okay, and we will
libellous that.
Well, we will deal with that in the appropriate manner. Okay.
DWP could be liable for it if I decide to take legal action because
That's
he's working.
that's entirely up
He's a
to you,
he's a
isn't it?
contractor on your behalf. But it's okay. I'll sue G4S and take the complaint directly to his superiors.
Okay.
But it's not your fault that you get a loose
No,
cannon.
but I can take the, as I said, I will take the appropriate action.
Yeah.
And follow our processes. That's all I can do.
Out of curiosity, how do I make a complaint with the DWP?
Up to you.
Yeah.
Your first process is to write into the job centre.
To this job centre
manager.
particularly.
Yes, you can.
And who do I address it to?
And then my colleague who is in a meeting today, he will have a look at your complaint.
Who do I address it to?
Just the job centre plus manager.
Centre Plus Manager. Okay.
And then list your complaint. He will have a look at it. He will try and get hold of you by telephone normally to try and resolve that complaint.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are not happy with what we are telling you, then you can take that complaint further up through the process.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Alright.
Have a lovely afternoon.
But it's usually just a letter.
Yeah.
In the first instance, addressed to the job centre plus manager.
I'm aware. I just wanted to see what you would say in case you said something
Just
different.
in
But
case I
just,
know,
just in
my-
case you said something different. Yeah, you got
Just
it.
in case I know my
I wasn't trying to catch you out. You know, like, no, because some job centres, believe it or not, they don't know what the complaints procedure is, and I've unfortunately had to complain at a few job centres, not many, but I know it is a letter that you need to sort of send in
Okay,
to the
so I
manager.
passed that
You
test.
passed that test. You passed all the tests, apart from trying to get me not filming. You've passed all the tests. You're lovely. You're nice. You know, like, so thank you. You know what I mean, for being pleasant.
I try to.
I'm not unreasonable. You know, I take people as they come. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. So that's just the way it is. But anyway, I'll be out your hair in a minute. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay. Hi.
All right. Have a lovely day. Don't phone the police though. There's no need for it. I'll be gone in a second. All right. Take care. Take care. See, manners cost you nothing, ladies and gentlemen. What a lovely lady. So maintain that. Plus, it's closing soon. It's the last one of the day. Been everywhere. Been all over the shop. Right. Anyway, I'm off of here. I'm out of here. Calling it time. I'll leave that little man, that little boy, to wallow in his self-pity with a massive chip in his shoulder. You learnt something today. Every day is a school day, my friend. Let's try and leave on a good note. I'm going to go now. Let's try and leave in a cordial tone. Have you learnt something today? No. Not learn not to just randomly call people racist for no reason. It's a bit of a faux pas on your part. You've got to admit, come on, man. I'm not unreasonable, you know? Let's apologise. I apologise for my part, you apologise for your part, and we'll go our separate ways. Can we do that as men? No? No? Oh, at least I tried. Have a lovely day, my friend, yeah? Just remember what you say in future. No hard feelings. Take care, gentlemen. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, that's me done. Alexandra House Job Centre. I tried to reason with the man, but he's not for having it. For goodness sake, despite the disgusting slur that he came out with, how dare he just band about a statement such as that, guys? It's absolutely preposterous. You can't just call people racist for the sake of it. It's disgusting. It completely undermines the real elements of racism that happen in society. Real elements of racism, guys. I think there's far too many times that people are told, people play the race card, and it's just not relevant. Just like that. But I did try and reason with the man. He's not for having it. That's up to him. Thankfully, I'm in a forgiving mood today, so I am. He should be ashamed of himself. How dare he? I say I've got mixed race children, guys. You know, and I take serious offence when someone bans that statement at me. You know, I've not got a racist bone in my body, and if I did, what would that mean? How would I treat my children? Like what? I somehow hate my kids because they're of a different ethnic minority? Not on. Let's have a butcher's in here. Is this a car park? I think it is. Maize, Puzzle, Staff and Egg. Staff car park only. Is this the job centre? Is it the job centre? It is the job centre. There's a car park. They always have these little car parks out the back. Is it DWP? Yeah, it is. Here they come. Here come the heavies.
This is private parking.
It's open to, again, it's open to the public, my friend.
This is private parking. There's no public parking.
But it's open to the public. I just walked
Can
in.
you read what it says on the door?
Yeah, it says staff parking only. I'm not
That's all
I'm not
it is.
parking a vehicle, but it's open to the public.
Isn't it?
If you want it private, you need to close the gate, my friend.
We finished until we apologise.
Inside, I didn't apologise. I says we could apologise. I tried to come to an agreement with him. The man, he's called me racist.
Off the camera, we agree as a man off camera.
No, because you need to apologise. You need to apologise to the viewers.
No, we don't.
People are going to get really upset that he's played the. People are going to get really upset that you played the race card without any reason. I think you guys are the ones that are racist. Is that what it is? Are you racist? Are you? I think you are. You just stereotype me because I'm white. You completely stereotype me because I'm white. Bye, racist little man. Bye. Try to reason with him. He didn't want to do it. He wants to do it off camera. Not acceptable, no. But you know, you guys are going to get really annoyed at the fact that he's played the race card. Or they played the race card. Completely unacceptable. It's not on. Not on at all. What's down here? Down there, looks like a room. Easy as that. I don't know how to shoot with that. Lock that door. Who cares? A little bike store there. There's a foosball table back here. What's that doing there? I hope they've not been using that, wasting even more of the taxpayers' money when they're supposed to be working. They're closing the blinds now. Alright folks, as I say, I'm calling it time, I'm calling it quits, I'm calling it a day. Let's get out of here before this lady comes out. What do you think? Absolutely shocking conduct, guys. Absolutely shocking. As I say, I really resent when people play the race card just willy-nilly with no regard whatsoever to people that are genuinely racially abused, and especially in this day and age, you know, like, it's absolutely preposterous to say such a thing. And I think it says more about his view on white people rather than my view on other ethnic minorities is absolutely preposterous. I have never said anything on this channel that could even be construed as well, unless you're these morons, is racist. Just don't do it. You know, as I say, I am more likely to call out racist behaviour or language than ever even contemplate saying such a thing. You know, the thing that I was saying to him was that he's saying my face was covered. I says, well, does that mean he stops ladies with hijab in the cab and all that one? Who also have their face covered, and that's their decision. If they want to do that, fine, not a problem with it. But they wouldn't harass them. Of course they wouldn't. It would be abuse. It would be racial abuse at that point if you could swing it that way. Or anybody else for that matter. Now I wear my mask, and what we've been over that 100 times, but it is what it is. I need to stop rambling on. I am going to wrap this one up, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments. Absolutely shocking. These job centres in Wales are rich pickings. I think I might just do job centres for my last day, all day tomorrow. What do you think? And really put them through their paces. But I think I thought there was someone coming out. But yeah, absolutely shocking. They should be ashamed of themselves. When they watch this back, I hope they're embarrassed. They should be embarrassed. It's an absolute disgrace that they feel it's appropriate to use that language. So folks, if you've enjoyed this video, please like it, feel free to share it, and don't forget to pop down, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok. You've been watching Laughing Auditor. That was Alexandra House Job Centre in Cardiff. For shame, for shame. Anyway, I'm off. I'll see you all very soon. God bless. Bye bye.